What's poppin' YouTube? JD here, back with yet another review for you guys, and in this video I'm going to be talking about one of the perhaps most cleanest, most wearable pairs of Yeezy 350s to come out this year, and that is the Yeezy 350 V2 in this tail light colorway. What's up fam? So in this video I'm going to be breaking down this sneaker. I will also be giving you sizing as well as resale predictions. And of course, I will be giving you guys an on-feet look of this shoe, so make sure you stick around till the end of the video. So this sneaker released on February 22nd, and it was a European exclusive colorway. And there were two other sneakers that also released worldwide on that day in the US and also Latin America. There was the Marsh colorway, and then in Asia, there was the Flax colorway. And I gotta say, you know what, for once, it's nice to see Europe being blessed with the best colorway. At least in my opinion, out of these three, this is definitely the best colorway. However, when I look at resale prices, it looks like the Flax pair has the highest resale. And I'm not sure if because that's a nicer colorway or because it's an Asia exclusive and those sneakers were a lot more limited. Not so sure, but in my opinion, this is definitely the most wearable and best colorway of the three. My American fam, I don't know why Adidas did you guys dirty like that and dropped that shit colored Yeezy, the Marsh colorway. Yeah, y'all took an L on this one. So you guys know on this channel, I've been saying for a while now, these Yeezy 350 colorways are getting a bit too similar. And you know what? This time, I almost feel like Adidas is just basically trolling us, because last year there was also another European exclusive colorway. I will leave a pic to that one right here. So this one is the Yeezy 350 V2 in the True Form colorway. Now this was a European exclusive last year, and guys, let's be honest, this is essentially the same sneaker. This is also a gray sneaker with an orange strap at the back, and also this one. However, the main difference is the orange is a bit more muted on this pair right here. And on this one, the contrast is turned all the way up. You have a much more vibrant orange. But other than that, man, this is essentially the same sneaker. So someone over there at Adidas probably got the memo that Europeans love gray and orange sneakers. I don't know why 2 years in a row Europe got essentially the same sneaker. Yeah, I'm just a little bit confused. I actually thought that this year Adidas would be bringing down and slowly phasing out the 350 V2 and making it instead the year of the 380 that you see back there. I thought we'd be seeing a lot more 380s this year. Instead, we've only gotten basically that OG colorway, and recently there was like a mist colorway that dropped on Yeezy Supply. But I was wrong. It doesn't seem like the 350s are slowing down, and it feels like every other day there's a new leak of a new colorway coming out later this year. So yeah, Adidas is not slowing down on the 350s whatsoever. And with good reason. I mean, people still love this shoe. This is undoubtedly the most popular Yeezy silhouette of all time. And this colorway, of course, will be very popular, especially with those that like the more toned down Yeezys, the more wearable Yeezys. Like a sneaker like this is very easy to rock. You can rock it with jeans, joggers, whatever you want. This colorway is just a super clean, simplistic colorway. And yeah, I'm definitely personally feeling the contrast between the gray and the orange. There's not much else going on the sneaker. So you have this gray prime knit upper, and also the bottom is also done in this gray, and also the outsole. So that is like also another difference between this and the True Forms. The True Forms had an orange bottom. Oh, one other thing I gotta say about the shoe that I actually really like, and this is the first time I can say this about a Yeezy 350, and that is that I actually really like the name of this colorway. I think it's kind of funny like that they name these the tail lights. It does look like the tail lights of a car. Lately we've been getting such weird names on Yeezys like Yeshil, Yeshaya, I mean Yeezreal, like nobody knows what any of these words mean. But it's cool to see a more practical name. I really like this name, Taillight. By the way, if this is your first time on the channel and you are enjoying this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and of course, like this video. It really helps out the channel, and once again, shout out to all of my subscribers. What was surprising to me on this shoe is that there actually isn't any 3M at all on the upper. I thought that there might have been 3M on this stripe, but it turns out that there's no 3M at all on this sneaker. In the upcoming colorway in March, we have the Desert Sage coming out, and on that pair there is a 3M all over this stripe, which I think is a really dope look. And it's unfortunate that this pair doesn't have it. So yeah, unfortunately the only 3M you see on this pair is on this, basically these three stripes that you see on the insole, these Adidas stripes. Other than that, no 3M at all. So when it comes to Yeezy 350 sizing, as always, I always say go a half size up than your normal size. So when I say that, I mean like if you are a size 11 in Jordan 1s, you are an 11 and a half in these. Whatever your size is in Air Max 1s, go a half size up from that. If you're comparing it to other Yeezys, I would say go a half size up from your Yeezy 700 size as well. This is just a very tight fitting shoe, so I really don't think you're gonna fit true to size in these, so definitely go a half size up. If you cop these for resale, I would personally just quick sell these because there is a very similar colorway coming out next month, the Desert Sage, like I mentioned. That one also is a gray and it has hits of orange on the shoe. So it's very similar to this one. So for that reason, I just don't see resale prices going up on this too much, even though it was a European exclusive. So I was on holiday in London last weekend, guys, so I didn't have the chance to do a review for this shoe earlier. But better late than never, right? If you're not already following me on Instagram, make sure you do. The handle is right here. It is at JDKick6. I do drop a lot of content on there as well. And thank you so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Of course, the on-feed portion coming up right now. Until next time, guys, peace.